Wow, it's shaping up to be a really nice day out there. Okay, so before I go, I need to swap out the tires on Miss Cool's bike. And if you noticed, I have my, I don't know if you noticed, but my road bike is sitting back there over in the corner. And I have been riding it a few days a week. I just got back into it. Ever since I swapped out that fork, I got the new Envy fork on. I've been really enjoying it. Also, I put a new stem on it as well. I ordered a bunch of stems when I built up that other Fitz gravel bike. And so I took one of the ones I didn't use and put it on there. So I'm really enjoying going back and forth between kind of these heavier all-road bikes and then back to the titanium road bike and then back and forth. And I'm going to be riding my mountain bike a little bit more this year. So it's going to be a fun year. Yeah, so anyway, let me go put these tires on.
Okay, my work is done.
One of the major changes we've done on Miss Cool's bike this year is we swapped over to the cantilever brakes. These are just an older Shimano, here's a better angle. These are just an older Shimano canty, kind of traditional cantilever brake. And we picked these up at the recyclery. I have the yoke really low right now, and that's because it gives you the most leverage. And since Miss Cool's hasn't purchased her fenders yet, I don't need to worry yet about this tire clearance, but eventually this is going to need to go up a little. But as you can see with the headlight, I had to route the cable through the little headlight bracket. And so there's only so much room for that to fit. So I had to really run the cable yoke down low. So it gives it a lot more leverage, but it also is for clearance. So we're going to have to sort out this little issue here once we get the fenders, because as you can see, the fenders are probably going to be right around where the yoke is right now. So we're going to run out of space there. On the back, I went with this Surly brake cable hanger. And one of the things I don't like about this cable hanger compared to the Nitto version is it's just a U-shaped hook back here that goes around the seat post binder. I don't like this design because the problem is as you can see, it kind of angles over this way a little bit. It's kind of angling over that way because of the way that the cable has tension in it. And so it's kind of pushing the housing is kind of pushing the hanger over. I like the Nitto design a little bit better because it has an actual hole drilled in it, and that kind of helps keep it straight. And although it doesn't affect the braking by much, you can see it works fine. It works fine. But it would be nice if it just aligned straight with the seat tube. That would be nice. All right, So what are these tires? I ordered 2 sets of Renaers tires, and I paid full retail, not sponsored. Renaers makes a number of different size tires, both in 650B, 700C, and a lot of widths that fit gravel and cyclocross bikes and even road bikes with wider tire clearance. So yeah, anyway, these are for her bike. I'll set these up. And then those are for my bike, but we're not going to put those on today. Okay, so we picked the air out of this. The reason I chose the extra lights, Miss Cools and I typically run tubes on our bikes. Once in a while we'll run on rare occasions we'll run tubeless. So we like tubeless as well as tubes, but for most of the stuff we do, just running tubes and buying those little glueless patches seems to be the most convenient system for us. We like to switch out tires, so we don't want to have to deal with the tubeless. And the problem with the tubeless, if you're switching tires a lot, is once they've seated once, they do stretch, and it's a little bit harder each time to get them set up tubeless again. So I've just found the tubes just are, for practical reasons, I just stick with the tubes. Now if I were going to do a bike race, I would probably go tubeless, especially if it's an off-road race or course, and I would bring the I'd bring the Dynaplugs, and I would have a spare tube just in case. But yeah. And the Knobby tires are a little bit heavier than the slicks, so I thought by going with the extra light casings, the tires are a little bit lighter, and with the knobs, they are a little more puncture resistant. So I feel like that's a good combination. These tires can be tough to get on, but Omar showed us a really good technique on how to get difficult tires on a difficult rim. And difficult is sort of a more recent thing as a result of tubeless tires becoming very popular, and tubeless rims. They have a shallower rim bed, so it makes it a little bit harder sometimes to get the tire on. I usually work from the bottom like Omar taught us. Work from the bottom up to the valve. So you kind of push it into your hip and just push back and forth up. You're pushing up like he said, and get a little bit of real estate and just get that on. And you can see we still got quite a ways to go, right? So now we come on to this side and we start at the bottom here, try to get any slack we can find on this tire, and we push it, and look at that, on. I know you're impressed with that. This is a brand new tire. You saw me pull this out of the box. I still get people commenting on that video saying, oh, it doesn't work, that's not a tough tire. This is a tubeless compatible tire, so it's definitely a tough tire to put on. All right, well, let's pump it up. All right, so for these are 42s. What I'm going to do is get the beads seated first, so I'm going to listen for all the popping, and then I'm going to set the air pressure. Now we're at logo on the wrong side. Sorry, Miss Cools. This is supposed to go on the other side. Dang it. Well, we're just going to run these today because we're going on a mixed terrain ride. So I'll switch these out when we get back to the slicks. So anyway, normally, like I said, these don't look like they have a directional pattern to them. I could be wrong. I don't know, but it doesn't look like it. So it'll be fine for one day. Plus it's on the back, and a lot of times you run the back tire in the reverse direction anyway. Okay, hook up the brakes. Yeah, one thing I like to do is when I take the bike off the stand, just double check the quick release, make sure that the axle is actually in the dropout straight. Sometimes it can be off when you're in the stand. All right, let's go look at this bike with the Knobby Reneers on. And there it is, ready to go. What do you guys think? Think that looks cool? The Knobby. These are 42 millimeter wide, in case I didn't mention that. All right, well, we're gonna roll out now and go find some mixed terrain action here with Miss Cools and the Pink Panther. The Pink Panther? I don't know if I call it that. How the new tires feel, Miss Cools?
They feel new, like they haven't worn in yet, and they feel like I have a little resistance with them. Because it has center knob, I think, is why. Yeah, and they feel kind of like they're going all over the place a little bit in the front right now, so far.
Yeah, so like a little wobbly feeling?
A little bit, yeah.
Like they're squirmy?
Yeah, squirmy could be a good word for it.
Yeah, we'll see how that lasts.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I am feeling really weighed down right now, Miss Cools.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a tripod in my back pocket. I have an action camera, an extra battery for this camera I'm holding. What else? I've got food, water, layers, pretty much everything I need to do a normal bike ride. And I'm riding the Fitz fully decked out rando bike. So,
Yeah, that's
feeling it on this climb. But you're over there sailing.
Uh-huh.
You're just sailing up the climb while I'm suffering.
Yeah, can't you tell?
Got to show off for the camera. Just like the famous Jack Black quote, "Those who can't do, teach, and those who can't teach gym," or teach cycling in this case.
Wait, was that from the school rock?
School rock.
Those who can't do teach part.
Those who can't do teach, and those who can't teach gym. I love that. That's so awesome. So we got the vegan jerk. That's me. Oh no, vegan jerky. Vegan jerky. And we've got the vegan jelly things here. Which ones do you like better?
I like them both just as much.
Really good.
I think I'm gonna have to cut you off though because you're eating them all.
What a beautiful day. Look at this. We're out here in the enchanted forest. And we haven't had rain for a few days, so the trail dried out. And Miss Cools, I threw on the new tires for her today to try it out on these trails. How are they working out for you?
Yeah, they're good. They're good on the trail. When we were riding on the road, I felt like the tires had more control of me than I had of them.
Yeah.
But so far on the trail, they're pretty good. And
Tire pressures are okay?
yeah, you set the tire pressure really good.
Yeah.
It's comfortable.
Well, those also have that. Those are the extra light casings. And that's the first time. I don't know. Have you ever run extra light casings before?
I don't think so. Probably not.
They do have a noticeably softer feel, don't they?
Yeah, I don't think I ever bought them because they're more expensive, and I've never thought it would be worth the money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's maybe
to just
not.
to have less tire for more money.
But you like them?
Yeah. Since you got them for me,
Yeah.
I'm down to ride them.
Jerky, please.
So
Wait, what other snacks do I have? Well, we do have Fort Ross store we can stop at. For more snacks. are gonna stop in here at this Fort Ross store and grab a few snacks before we head down to Highway 1 down to Jenner. This is the famous, world famous Fort Ross road climb. It goes from the coast here behind me to the summit at, I think it's around 12 or 1300 feet. So it's a steep climb. I think it's 3 miles, 3.5 miles. And Miss Cools is doing it today with knobby tires. Feel that resistance yet?
Oh my God. This is not starting out well. I'm already in my lowest gear.
One of the most interesting features of this area is that the San Andreas Fault is literally passing right through here. It passes right through this road. They've actually marked it on the road up here. So we are going to be crossing the San Andreas Fault, and we go from the Pacific Plate, which is behind me, to the North American Plate, which is in front of me. So we're gonna go from one tectonic plate to another on this ride. So this is the double tectonic ride today. How's that feel to be on 2 different plates? That's incredible, huh? So like there's fences up here that are shifted by 4 or 5 feet. When the last earthquake hit, the plates are strike slip, or the faulting should be considered strike slip. So they slide in shear next to each other. So the fences will literally move 5, 6, 7 feet sometimes, on an earthquake.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 feet?
Well, like in the last earthquake in 1906, down in Point Reyes.
Okay, is this
Plate
it?
slipped.
Yeah.
5 or 6 feet or something. Yeah, here it is.
Okay, let's see. Oh, hello.
So notice how they mark it with the arrows. Those are shear arrows. On the right hand side you have the Pacific Plate. That arrow is pointing north. And then the one on the south is the North American Plate, and it's heading south. This road goes up about 1,200 feet from sea level to the ridge, which is at somewhere around 12 or 1,300 feet. And as you can tell, it is steep. Right here it's probably 12-13%. The average gradient is 11 from the bottom to the top. It's around 3.5-4 miles. So this one is a grinder. Good gearing comes in handy. Good lungs, good heart. Lots of blood volume helps too. Maybe an oxygen bottle. A couple other things could help. Electric motor, some EPO, that would help. But we're just going on vegan jerky and gummies to get us up here. Maybe next time we'll come better prepared.
Well, you're doing better than I am because you're riding one-handed holding a camera.
Well, this is not going to last long. Pickles.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I got all of it. I did. Oh man, hands down, that is one of the hardest climbs. Definitely top 10 hardest climb in Sonoma County, Fort Ross Road, from Highway 1 to Seaview. Brutal, brutal. Beautiful, but
Beautiful.
yes,
Beautiful.
definitely.
We just came up with a new term. So I just reenacted a famous scene from a cycling short film. Pop
yeah?
quiz. If anyone any viewers want to take their guesses, write down in the comments. You can. I just right back there reenacted that scene. Crow doesn't want.
We are in the land of the birds, the famous Alfred Hitchcock film. We are near there, but that is not the film that Miss Coles is referring to.
No.
So we're gonna give
A little bit more obscure.
a little more obscure.
You can get it.
What prize do they get if they guess it correctly?
Um,
What kind of prize do they get?
no prize. I'll just tell them congratulations though.
Okay. It's not a real big incentive.
Oh.
You got to give away stuff. That's how you get subscribers.
I was gonna give my.
You got to give away
my
free
congratulations.
water bottles and t-shirts and cycling
Okay,
jerseys.
you can have this water bottle.
We're gonna make a Henry Wildberry and Miss Cool's jersey that we can give out. That'll be a hot item.
You can have a water bottle used by Miss Coles on multiple
Well, we might do
times.
used cycling shorts. Not cycling shorts like GCN, but we're actually gonna give away Miss Cool's used cycling shorts for anyone that can guess which film that was in. Is that a good prize?
That's a real incentive.
Woo! Look at this view up here though. They don't make them like that anymore, Miss Coles.
Nope.
You want a chair?
Ooh, this is gonna require a chair.
Well, you know, we got a
Sit down.
couple things we're gonna have to say. Here, why don't you take this chair? And then I'll just take this. How's that? Alright. Come on down, Miss Cools. I don't know if they can see us. Yeah. Okay. That's good enough.
Oh wait, was I wearing this the whole time?
Yeah. That's why your neck was so warm.
I was wondering what was.
You're like, how come my neck has been so hard?
You saw me wearing. I was wearing this in the video, talking the whole time.
I think so. I don't know. We'll find out when we get all this.
Wow.
All right. Well, we're back. So let's just wrap up. We can say a few more things about the tires, and we can just wrap up this video. This is going to be the conclusion of the first 2022 vlog. My first 2022 cycling vlog. Conclusion. Why don't you say a couple words about your tires, since that seemed to be part of the video today. And
Oh, okay. So they felt like on the pavement they kind of felt like I was testing how it felt with my hands off, with riding no-handed, because I thought that would be a good way to test like if the bike was pulling me around or if the tires were pulling me around. And when I would ride no-handed, I kind of felt like the tire was, my sensation I got was like the knob was like pulling me to the side. But you explained it a different way. And I don't know if you were saying they were slow to respond, and I was feeling like they were pulling me around a little.
Yeah.
Like they were, like the tires were the boss.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna be fine on the dirt.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're knobby tires. They're made for the dirt.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, yeah.
And
I guess I'll echo what you said. I just feel like they just felt a little slower. They slowed the steering down a little, which I guess could be a good thing if you have a low trail bike and you don't like that low trail quick steering. It'll slow it down a little.
Yeah. So I wouldn't ride them around on the road all the time.
No.
I wouldn't do that. I would probably only ride them if there's a lot of dirt.
Yeah. I would say if it's like going to be 75% or more dirt, I would consider that. If it's 50 dirt, 50 pavement, I would probably go with the Soma Cazaderos. And then if it's like anything less than 50-50, like if it's 60-40, then I would just stick with traditional slicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, unless it's really muddy or something.
Yeah. Okay. Any final thoughts for you on the videos or anything?
Not really. Just, 2022, I can't believe it. And I'm looking forward to some fun stuff this year.
Yeah, I think
Getting fitness would be good.
Yeah, I'll be watching you do some stuff this year that I won't be doing. I'll be like hearing your stories and stuff.
Yeah,
I'll be
we'll see.
watching
Might drag you along in case, just in case. Force you into it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
some of it. Maybe we'll see. All right.
and yeah, for the videos, I think just doing whatever comes to mind, a variety of stuff we like to do. We're kind of a variety show, and I think that's a good way to keep it. Sometimes
just not too serious.
Yeah.
Won't take it too serious, and we're not going to, become too professional at this, I don't think.
Yeah, we like to be a bit experimental too.
Yeah, for sure.
At the viewer's expense, but
well, at the viewer's expense, but also for the benefit of the cycling community as a whole. I mean, we're willing to take a chance on stuff, and then if people see things that they like and they're like, oh, that was kind of cool, maybe I'll try something similar, they can. And if they're like, whoa, dude, not gonna do that, then at least you saw us do it first before you make a fool out of yourself, right? So we're doing a service for the whole community.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end it there. So thanks for the ride today, Miss Cools, and I'll see you after I shut off this camera, but I'll see everyone else later. Have a nice evening.